Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous superstar Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of September 2021. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month. Big moves are happening in the sky now. And the major lunar events that take place this month are going to focus in on financial parts of your sky. Now, it isn't just about money that is in focus now, although that is going to be the case for most Aquarians out there. These parts of the sky lit up now are much more significant than that, representing change and self-love. So there's a lot to talk about here. Let's start with the new moon that takes place on the 6th of the month. This new moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with your relationship with financial institutions. So this is the type of money that has to do with grants, loans, bursaries, insurance payments, tax returns, benefits you may qualify for. And it is this particular part of the sky that also has to do with your understanding of resources available to you. Now, it isn't just financial resources here. This is also emotional resources and spiritual resources as well, knowing that you are well cared for by a generous universe. This part of the sky speaks to profound and meaningful change, profound and meaningful transformation. And in some way, this particular new moon is going to make you richer. And I don't say that lightly. Your modern ruling planet, Uranus, is going to be speaking in supreme harmony with this very fortunate new moon. I do think this new moon is the star of the show in many ways for a month like this. And so, in some way, you may find yourself either more easily able to access funding, or it may be that some overdue commission payment or some type of benefit finally gets the answer that you were hoping for, finally does show up for you at a time like this. It may also be at this time that there are statements of care from others that let you know you are cared for in ways that you hadn't anticipated. As I said, meaningful transformation is part of this energy, but it's rooted in honesty. And in some way, you are freeing yourself from the burdens of the past so that you can then align with something that feels like a more authentic expression of self. And that may be the greatest gift of this new moon, that invites you to be more you in a way that you might have felt in a while, and invites you to consider a depth of power and truth within you, and also the clarity to live it. Now, as we navigate later in the month, it is going to be on the 20th that we will have this month's full moon. And this full moon takes place in a part of the sky that is also financial, but it speaks to money you earn and money that you spend. And another understanding of this part of the sky is connected to self-esteem and self-worth. And so we have here Neptune close in the sky to this full moon. So there's an overall dreamy energy around this time, a sense of being plugged into source in some way, or maybe feeling like a dream or a miracle has come true. The fact that Pluto, in the sign just before yours, is going to speak in harmony with this full moon, well, that adds that much more intensity, but also a sense of karmicness to this time, a sense of fatedness, if you will. So I see this energy as supporting you in a few different ways. One is this can represent a time of abundance that feels very much like a miracle. I do invite you to be careful, though, with this energy, because this can also suggest a need for spending that does show up at this time. But when we have such strong financial energy, it means that the money you need is there. Sometimes you just need to show up for it to have it come together in a way that you like. Now, what's also possible here is that you are feeling changed in some way, but it is very rooted in spiritual understanding, very rooted in an understanding of your connection to source. And that can help you to connect more deeply to healthy self-love, healthy self-esteem in a way that certainly does make an impression and represents a transition for you. You are making some decisions or some choices that are helping you to find new clarity in the context of self-love. And that may be one of the most empowering parts of this particular full moon energy. Now, I would also add with this, sometimes spending can be part of this full moon, going back to the money factor, but I want you to be mindful of something here as well. And that is that Mercury is going to go retrograde about a week after this full moon. And Mercury is going retrograde in a part of the sky for you that has to do with understanding your place in the world, yes, but it's also connected to legal matters as well. And so when Mercury is slowing down to a standstill and then goes retrograde, there may be key details that are overlooked. So if any of your spending is connected to an agreement that you've made, a contract that you have, particularly legal contracts that you have, I would invite you to consider how it is that you're going to pace yourself at this time so that you feel you're able to meet whatever legal obligations may be there, but also stay in a spirit of abundance. Because remember, as I said, for some, it's going to feel like money comes through in a way that may feel downright miraculous under a sky like this and with a month like this as well. Now, where it comes to matters of love, it is the first 10 days that we are going to continue to have Venus moving through fellow air sign Libra. And this is exactly where Mercury is going to go retrograde late in the month. And so on the one hand, I love that Venus is in an air sign because it does represent an ease with which you're able to tap into a love energy in a way that works to your advantage. The international love will continue to call you in the first part of the month. But once Venus changes signs, love becomes a lot more focused on the larger goals that you have for your life. It becomes more ambitious in some way. And so you start to look at partners differently. So if it is that you are open to meeting someone new, yes, there may be people exciting or different or representing a spirit of adventure that may call you in the first part of the month. But once Venus changes signs on the 10th, I think you're going to start looking at things a little bit more practically or more in depth and considering potential partners as whether or not they fit into the goals and the higher vision that you have for your life. What can also happen once Venus changes signs? Well, you may find yourself connecting with someone who has achieved something that you desire to achieve for yourself. Those of you just starting to date somebody, I love the energy of Venus in the first part of the month because that suggests a spirit of fun and adventure and exploration. And that can be very exciting. It can feel very exciting to talk about the meaning of the world and maybe how it is that they see the world and how you see the world. And yet, once Venus changes signs, you're starting to be more practical about love-related matters. You're starting to consider the larger perspective and whether or not you truly feel that this is someone that you want to navigate into the future with. Ultimately, there's going to be a part of you that wants somebody who aligns with the larger goals that you have for your life. And for those of you in an established bond, I love the energy in the first part of the month because it is one of fun and adventure and joy. And so the two of you may be planning some adventure together at this time. But once Venus changes signs, the two of you are likely to get more serious about the goals that you're moving towards and how it is that the two of you can align for your shared goals together. What I love about this week for you, well, look, there's a lot here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological time. I'm going to say the new moon that happens in the early part of the month, on the 6th of the month. And that's because that new moon is speaking in supreme harmony with Uranus. I think you're going to love this energy very much. Uranus, your modern ruling planet, speaking in supreme harmony with this new moon means that something within you feels at ease and excited and blessed by what is taking place now. In some way, change is afoot. You are transforming. And the fruits of that transformation are going to show up very quickly. Part of that transformation may include money. It may include wealth. But certainly, it'll be a connection to an understanding of how well provided for you are by a generous universe. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every single week for every single sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. At NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to future Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.